I was not expecting this. Not so soon. Sorry, I blacked out for a second, but can you blame me? Subscribe to this channel for more Killing Eve videos and check out the existing playlist on Killing Eve reviews and an analysis of why we love Villanelle so much. So, before we talk about that, let's first talk about everything else. Villanelle is sent to kill this lady. When she does, she notices the baby and the nanny. She goes to the baby's nursery and notices that the nanny gets more flustered when she is pointing at the baby. Which we know why that is, but for Villanelle it seems like such a foreign concept to care about the child that isn't even yours. And like any good assassin, she brings the baby with her to meet Dasha. The baby throws a paper ball at Dasha and she picks up the baby and is like, nope, not dealing with this, and puts the baby in a dumpster. Look, they are terrible and I love it. Dasha gives her a mission to London and our precious little assassin isn't ready to go back to London because Eve. She changes her mind and decides she's going to go. Now Eve, she's looking into Kenny's death. This guy and Carolyn are fighting, I think, and Eve shuts them down like a mother telling her two kids to stop bickering. The way Carolyn is processing everything is also interesting. She isn't a feeling type of person, and it's really interesting to see her struggle while keeping up a cold front. We see this trope in men a lot. Seeing it with a woman, especially a mother, is new. We can tell that she's feeling a lot internally, but she just doesn't know how to externalize it, and I think it is really nice of them to show this. This guy and Eve find a bank account and it is in code on a Rubik's Cube, and they solve it to show Panda, which is somehow linked back to Frank and Constantine and something. Look, I'm here for the gay content. I do not care about the plot details. They need an account in Vienna traced, and Eve asks for the help from this guy. Constantine goes to this guy, the accountant, for the 12. The money that this guy noticed was Mr. Accountant's money. Villanelle arrives in London and goes to this perfume shop. She's like, I want to smell powerful. Like a Roman centurion who gets betrayed and becomes emperor, and now he has to meet the person that betrayed him. And my dear assassin baby is so nervous to see Eve. This is going to be like the fandom's Achilles and Patroclus, like it was in Hannibal. Look, I know she's a bad guy, but you don't have all the facts, which are, I love her. Carolyn's daughter, aka Yara Greyjoy, is happy to see her mom go on a date, but it isn't a date. It never is with Carolyn. She was targeting this bank guy who gives her intel on the accountant. Carolyn says something about not liking using old romances for ulterior motives, and I was like, is that foreshadowing? Villanelle is in this toy shop trying to record a message for Eve, and in full public view she's like, I should have shot you. I should have shot you in the head and watched you die. Eve goes to visit Nico, and good for Nico because he is gone. Back to Poland. And finally, we are here. The bus scene. Villanelle gets in so smugly, standing right in front of Eve with a smug smile on her face. Smugly. And Eve just goes feral, attacking Villanelle. Villanelle blocks the attacks and tries to calm Eve down by saying she isn't here for her, and Eve lands a punch on her nose. Villanelle gets angry and literally picks Eve up and pushes her to the back of the bus. We see the differences between them highlighted. Eve is so short next to Villanelle. Villanelle is seen with technique while Eve is just lashing out. Villanelle is controlled while Eve is not. She pushes Eve into a seat and climbs on top of her and pins her down, and being gay right now is all the stress. Will they kiss? Won't they kiss? Ah! And then Eve kisses Villanelle to distract her, and it works because Villanelle thinks it's real. and even closes her eyes, but Eve doesn't. And they pause a second in the moment, and then Eve straight up headbutts her, and Villanelle runs away. She gets out of the bus, and Eve looks at her, and Villanelle is smiling because she thinks Eve loves her too. Oh my heart. Phew. I am just wondering what the rest of the people on the bus are thinking. Like, this lady in a dapper suit climbed on the bus and said hi to this other woman, and she went feral and attacked the suit lady, who then climbed on top of her, leaning in close enough to kiss, and then they kissed, and then this woman headbutted her, and the suit lady left. Like, what do they even think in such a situation? Maybe they go home and tell their friends and family about the lesbians on the bus. Eve walks into her office and everyone is looking at her, and she's like, I don't want to talk about my girlfriend. Eve remembers Villanelle saying that she was there for someone else and deduces that it must be Carolyn. So, Carolyn has been stalking out the accountant's house and picks him up in her car, and Villanelle follows him on a police bike. Eve calls Carolyn, but she doesn't pick up. Villanelle gets them to pull over, and as she approaches Carolyn, receives a text from Eve. Carolyn looks up at Villanelle and she shoots. And I swear to God, had they killed Carolyn, first Kenny, and now her? Oh my God. But turns out Villanelle was there to kill the accountant, not Carolyn. Carolyn arrives home. She's shaken up, but like we mentioned before, she's not a showing feelings person. Her daughter hugs her awkwardly, and she's like, I'm fine. And when she doesn't let go, Carolyn pats her on the back a little, and I'm thinking, are we the same person? The awkward hugging and seeming emotional deadness, but she's an accomplished MI5 agent, so, not so similar. Villanelle is sitting in front of the TV. The news is about the baby earlier in the episode, and I think this is where Villanelle realizes she wants to know about her past. Constantine is going to bed, and you can tell that something is about to happen. I thought there would be some bloody thing under the sheets, all Godfather style, but nope, it's our cute little assassin. She scares the crap out of Constantine, and she starts asking about when she was a baby. She wants to know about her past, wants to find her parents. Our little cold-blooded assassin who leaves babies in dumpsters is on the horizon of an existential crisis. Eve gets to her home, and the teddy bear starts ringing. At first, Eve is frantic, and then she slowly accepts it and moves the recording closer to her face. Our innocent being is falling in love for the assassin as well. This season just got a whole lot better. I didn't think they would interact till mid-season, but I am glad I was wrong. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Killing Eve videos. I'll see you next time. Sending love. Toodles!